The words that God has given to us are not just any words, they are His words. This sounds simple, but it is very important to understand. God chose to reveal His truths to us and reveal Himself to us through the Scriptures. God chose to give us certain words on purpose. Words matter. And as followers of Jesus, we should know what the words in our Bibles mean. You might say, this is so obvious, but in order to have an effective conversation with somebody in regards to anything biblical, we must ensure that we are working with the same definitions of words. If I believe that the word pencil represents an animal that slithers around on its belly and bites someone if provoked, and another person believes it's a small piece of wood with a graphite core and used for writing on paper, we will not be able to come to the same conclusion about a conversation regarding pencils. Words mean things, and in order to effectively communicate, we need to agree on what things those words represent. Yes, of course, sometimes context will dictate how a word is being used, such as the word watch. But the word eternal or everlasting does not fall into this category. Eternal means forever. Everlasting means forever. There is no way to miss what the Bible is trying to tell us about these words, especially because the context in which they are used is making these already obvious words even more obvious. I would submit to you that people who claim a Christian can lose their salvation are ignoring or changing the very definition of eternal and everlasting. With their logic, we might as well take a red marker and cross out everlasting life and eternal life in our Bibles and write in temporary life. God is not trying to be secretive when it comes to salvation. God is not waving a red cape around like a matador in a bullfight waiting to trick us. God cares about us, and therefore cares about making this subject easy to understand. There are plenty of things that are hard to be understood in the Bible, but salvation, eternal life, is not one of them. Take a look at just a few verses and how clear God is intending this to be for us. John 3:16. For God loved the world in this way. He gave His one and only Son, so that everyone who believes in Him will not perish but have eternal life. Verse 36. The one who believes in the Son has eternal life, but the one who rejects the Son will not see life. Instead, the wrath of God remains on him. John 6:47. Truly I tell you, anyone who believes has eternal life. John 10:28. I give them eternal life, and they will never perish. No one will snatch them out of my hand. Everlasting life, or eternal life, undoubtedly means life that can never end. It means that when a person has salvation, they can never die. Jesus so clearly expresses this in John 11. Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me, even if he dies, will live. Everyone who lives and believes in me will never die. Do you believe this? It is clear that the moment a person is saved, they are passed from death unto life. Jesus says that when a person gets saved, they will never die. How could this be possible if a person is constantly at risk of losing their salvation? Salvation is forever, my friend. You can never lose it, and that is good news. Follow us and comment below if you found this encouraging. Visit 1013ministries.com for more Bible-based content.